The Fluid HydroDermabrasion is a new and improved technology on the old idea of fluid dermabrasion with the jars. So what we've done with that technology, we've improved upon it by not having jars attached to the machine and not running through too much of the serum. So in the past, when you're doing that old step, we would put our serum into the jar and then we'd have a waste jar on the side, but we wanted to improve upon that, use less fluid, and by brushing it topically onto the skin, that is the perfect way to give that serum a chance to do something. By flushing it through our tubing and dumping it immediately, as the old technology is so famous for, we at Zemits felt like it wasn't having a chance to do anything, and why dump out so much serum that hasn't really performed the job that you wanted it to do. We're going to run through so much less serum, and what I mean by that is on average you'll get 100 facials out of each of our solutions. So rather than 10 to 15, because you're not running through a good inch of product, you're going to get 100 facials on average out of each of our bottles. Zemits DermeLuxx full feature aesthetic system. With this product, you get 3 modalities in one machine, which is going to give you a beautiful result because of the different steps. And let's start there. First of all, we have the Fluid Dermabrasion step. And with that, we supply you with diamond tips as well as acrylic tips. You get full set of diamond tips, in total 6. And you get 2 extraction tips in the acrylic and 2 ruffle pill tips in the acrylic. On the diamond tips, there's a little engraved number. The lower the number engraved on the side, the more aggressive the surface. So this is H100, and that's going to be a pretty aggressive surface, excellent for back facials, arm and hand exfoliation, and thicker skinned areas. All of the tips have an engraved number and have a corresponding recommendation as to where to use them. Different size opening from traditional microdermabrasion. We took the idea of a ring of diamonds and decided that we would close that opening in the tip surface to a smaller opening, not to overstretch the skin, as well as a complete diamond surface for better exfoliation. For the clients who cannot use a diamond surface tip, we have the ruffle peel. This has a milder abrasive tip for the skin. For sensitive reactive clients, it comes in 2 sizes, one for the nose and the smaller areas, and a larger opening for face, neck, décolleté. And finally, the acrylic tip for extractions. Large and small openings, and this is a great way to take the congestion out of the skin after resurfacing. So with that being said, before we use our Fluid Dermabrasion wand, we want to choose one of the Zemits serums for disincrustation. We have Purifying HydroDermabrasion Solution. This is a salicylic base. It's for oily, problematic skin. And we have the Clarifying HydroDermabrasion Solution for normal skin. This is a lactic-based serum. So what makes this a fluid dermabrasion step is you would take a provided Zemits brush and you would apply either of the 2 serums topically to the client's skin to start softening the dead skin cells, the congestion in the skin, so that when you pick the appropriate tip, attach it to the wand, you're going to be able to have a better exfoliation step as well as extraction step because of the disincrustation serums and what they've provided. On the left side of the machine, we have plugins for all of our wands, as well as our intensity dial on how strong the suction is pulling on the skin. The first is for our cryo wand. Second is to input the hose for our oxygen gun. And the third one is for the Fluid Dermabrasion wand. This one creates suction. This one is an airflow out, and this is electrical outlet for the cold wand. The intensity dial here allows you to adjust how strong you would like the intensity during the fluid dermabrasion step. And then on the right side of the machine, we have the acrylic filter, and this is where all of the dead skin congestion and fluid ends up from doing the fluid dermabrasion step. This is easy to take out and come apart for cleaning, and then pushing it back together, really easy, and reinserting all the way in. After our fluid dermabrasion step and extraction step, we're next going to move to our oxygen infusion step. And this is simple and easy to use on our machine. You just push the select button, find the right icon on the computer screen, and push start. With that being said, you need very little of the solution in the cup to infuse into the skin. When you do this step, it comes with a little applicator in the kit that the gun comes in for measuring how much fluid to put into the oxygen gun that Zemits provides for you for your oxygen infusion step. And finally, our cold wand here. This is a beautiful step to finish your service. This gets a nice cold surface. Let's talk a little bit about maintenance for our DermeLuxx. At the end of each service, most of the dead skin, congestion, and serum is going to be in the tubing and not quite into this filter yet. So we want to flush that out after each person. Zemits has the option of our beautiful EquiShare. One capful will clean out the gray tubing connected to the wand. So you would pour a capful in here, insert the wand into the solution, turn on the suction, and pull that solution out of the cap through the tubing, and it's going to end up again in our acrylic filter over here on the right. So once that is been cleared out, after each person, we recommend that for you to do that step. Then we would come over here and we would pull out our acrylic tip and dump that solution out. Put it back together and slide it in firmly. At the end of the workday, you can repeat that cleansing step as often as you feel you need to make sure that your hose is clean and clear for the next day or for when you're going to use this product again. Please note that when you're cleaning out your gray hose and the EquiShare is being pulled through your tubing, you don't overfill your acrylic filter over here. After each cleanse, you want to dump this. It's very important. You dump this out, put it back together, and clean it again when needed. Don't let this overfill to half. It's going to pull it back up too high and perhaps into the box. So keep in mind, dump after every cleanse, and when you feel the need to clean this hose more than once, that's great. Keeping that clean and clear will ensure good suction, but don't allow this to overfill as you do those steps.